No love from the biker. No love from the bikers. Always puts me in a bad mood though. It's like, just say hello. How we say hello to people on a bike? It's just what you do, isn't it? It's like, it's happening. Before you like, your CC is under 600, you're not on a real motorbike. Don't even acknowledge me. Obviously I'm making that up, but you know, that's easily what could have gone down. There could have been some snobbery there. Like, that is not a bike. To be fair, I don't let on to moped riders. Oh, what's going down? What's going down? Mersey Tunnel, please. There's a crime in the tunnel, and they're on the way to solve it. Like, honestly, we have to have Mersey Tunnel police. But what's the point in them? I don't understand really what they're there for. Like, what's their jurisdiction, their powers and stuff? See, he's restored me faith in bikers for the day. I'm happy now. You led on. He's coming to the boss side, that's why. He's a scouser who's found himself trapped on the wrong side like me. The other guy was Welsh on his way back to Wales. That's a joke, by the way. I do like the Welsh. It's just funny to take the piss. So, tunnel police, what's going down? What are they for? Someone must know. If you can let me know what the tunnel police actually do. Because, I mean, maybe if you've had a breakdown, they're there to assist. They're like a tunnel RAC. But it's not like there's much crime going down in these things. You're just sitting on your vehicle or in your vehicle, driving through it. And maybe someone's trying to rob the money box out the other side. But then I actually watched this documentary about that ages ago, and the money doesn't actually stay there. It like drops down underground into this like massive counting machine. See what happens? I'm fucking delusional because I've got no music to keep me entertained, so I'm just like, my head's going. This is just what happens when I'm left to my own devices. I've always wondered if there's a leak in the tunnel. Like, we're sitting right underneath the Mersey. Well, we're probably not now, but we were just a minute ago. Now, if water was to come in there, it's connected to the North Sea, the Mersey, and then to the Atlantic. So there's a fair abundance of water. Like, how much water would actually leak? Like, how far would it spread out? Obviously physics is involved here, so at some point it would level out. You know, otherwise we'd just be totally underwater because there's that much water there. But there's like a certain point where we're above ground level. But surely that amount of water and that pressure of it dropping into here would cause it to come up here, certainly. Surely the whole tunnel would be flooded. What a beautiful, beautiful day and a beautiful, beautiful view. That's today's question, gang. How much water would spill if the tunnel burst? Answers on a postcard, and by postcard I mean comment section underneath. And let me know what you think. Oh, come on in, mate. Hello. There's a biker over there. I don't think he's seen me. I'll let him know for not letting on. So yeah, that's the end of that madness. Back to some normality. I do actually have a tale to tell today, so I will do a proper introduction thus. Hello gang, welcome back to my channel. It's Chris here, steak and shake, like something you put on a carpet. I've been chatting this morning with people about what's just gone on in America, yet another mass shooting, and we got onto the topic of guns, and basically we don't need them in the UK. America feels like you can't live without them, you need more of them, and it's that sort of contrasting attitude. But so we were talking about the police, and we were saying how the police in the UK don't carry them. Fella having a piss. He's having a piss. Put your cock away, lad. Hey, where was I? Yeah, so we're talking about guns, and we were talking about the police and how the police don't necessarily carry guns. I mean, you do get armed response. It reminds me of the time when I was actually rudely awakened by armed response. So I was like, yeah, brilliant, let's make that a little story for today. Oh, look at that, they're building the police headquarters there. Didn't know that. It's the Filth Tower. You can watch out over the whole city from here. Come on, get some form. What am I talking about? Yeah, so the police armed response. So I thought I'll tell this little story about when I was rudely awakened by the police. And I picture the scene. I'd just been on holiday for like 6 days in the Lake District with my then girlfriend, and it was great. We'd done a lot of hiking and had a gloriously chilled out time up there, nice couple of meals and stuff. Got back really nicely relaxed. My girlfriend had gone back to hers. I was in the house on my own where I lived, so I just had like my house coat on, which that's a dressing gown for anyone not northern. So yeah, I'm sitting there in my house coat, and then I go to bed, fell asleep watching something on the TV, and about 4 o'clock in the morning there's these flashing lights outside my bedroom window. I was on the bottom floor, so I'm like, what the fuck's this? And it's like bang 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 going on my door. What's this about? So get out of bed, I go and open the front door, and there's a police officer with whatever like machine gun he's got in his hand pointing it at me, and 3 other police stood behind a car with guns on the roof of the car pointing it at me, to which I nearly soiled myself. It's like, wow, what's this? And I was like, are you okay? What the hell's going on? And he just said, we've had reports of a break-in at this property. Are you here alone? I was like, yeah, I was asleep. Obviously you could tell I was asleep because like my eyes were pretty much shut over, and I was wearing a dressing gown. So they said, well, this is the address we've been given. Do you mind if we come in and look around? Is there anyone else in here who shouldn't be? Or should be, sorry. And I was like, no, it's just me who lives here. I'm on my own. So we let them in, and they went through the whole house, checking everything. I was like, no, it's clear. And then they went, what's out back? And I said, oh, there's like a factory there. So they're like, could we get outside? I said, yeah, sure. So I opened the back door for them. As soon as you open the back door, the smell of weed was just right there in your face. It was like, wow, proper in your face. And I was like, oh, okay, that's what it's about. And they went, yeah, it's here, it's all right. So what it was, between my house and the next door neighbour's house was an alleyway. And it used to be an old Meccano factory, the toys Meccano. Like, this is where Meccano was, I think it was actually set up in Liverpool, Meccano. That's where the company was from. So the old factory was there. But obviously, it had long been used as that, and it was actually a flat. And one of the lads who was living in the flat was actually growing cannabis in there. So the story goes that he was there in the flat, and a load of lads turned up with machetes to rob him and try and kill him. So he locked himself in a safe room in there that he'd built, and they couldn't get into him. So he rang the police. It was kind of ring the police and get arrested for what he's doing, or get killed, basically. So he chose that. So that's why the armed, because he's obviously told them, like, they've got machetes, they're trying to kill him. So the armed response turned up. But he gave the address as number 10 as opposed to 10A, which is why I got rudely awakened and dragged into it. Yeah, so that was my story of being confronted by the armed response, which I can tell you is very frightening. You do not want a gun pointing at you, because you just don't know how that's going to end. You just don't. I'm like, I had no context of what was going on and no idea why this gun's pointing at me, but it was. They came back in, the police, and they were like, you know, obviously you can smell that there, and I was like, yeah. And he said, have you been able to smell that before? And I'm like, mate, I live in Liverland. Like, you smell it every day. Who's arsed? You know, it's a bit of weed. Like, yeah, of course you can smell it. It's like, I didn't think there was a frigging factory behind me. They did just laugh at that. But that, you know, that's how it is. Everyone smokes a bit of weed. Who cares about, you know, just legalise it. I don't smoke it, but legalise it and tax it, because you're never going to stop it. Anyway, so there you go. That's the end of my little story about that. Anyone else had armed response turn up at their door mistakenly? Let me know in the comments below. What's this fella? What's he doing? He's alright. If you like these stories, do the old subscribe thing. Come and say hello. Oh.